From classics like Pokemon and Dragon Ball Z to new hits like Black Clover and Attack on Titan, Japanese animated series and movies are hotter than ever among kids and adults alike. And whether you're an anime fanatic or just looking to dip your toe into this dazzling world of cartoon chaos, Xfinity has exactly what you're looking for with a brand new anime destination. And Liz is here to tell us more about it. Liz?
Thanks, David. So, yeah, happy to talk all things anime. So, if you say anime into your remote, here we are. So, here's our destination where we have curated, like David mentioned, some of your favorites from the 70s and 80s. So, think of Lupin. So, if you think of, earlier anime, also of the 90s and 2000s. So no matter when you started watching anime, we have some nostalgia for you. We also have the recent anime to get you going, just in case you'd like to start now. Also, a whole free destination on Zumo where you can watch all anime for free. Not all, all of their anime for free on the Zumo platform. Also, we have by character. So we have collections by character. And so things you can't see on here, well, you do see Pokemon, you see Dragon Ball Z. What you don't see is One Piece. We also have Demon Slayer. So lots of great characters curated by that character. So you're able to go in there, find your favorite, and take a look. So yes, don't forget, say anime into your remote to check out our anime collection. Guys, what do you think?
Yeah.
Do you have your favorites?
I don't have. Oh, okay, go. Then you go, Kwam.
Oh, yes, let me take the floor. Well, yes, as I'm not going to call myself an anime connoisseur, but I definitely grew up on anime, most specifically Dragon Ball Z. I think, every young kid in the early or late 90s, early 2000s grew up on Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball, which was its predecessor, was so pivotal for me in my development. I can remember just watching all the episodes like back to back to back, and when they came on like Cartoon Network and Toonami. Shout out to everyone who remembers Toonami. And we used to, me and my cousins used to like play the video games. Like we used to get so like into it. I used to like believe I was like Goku. That was like my hero. And he was essentially my Superman. Because this is before I really got into comics, and yeah, Goku was my Superman. But some other animes that I really love and enjoyed as a kid, and still to this day, are Yu Yu Hakusho. Is probably this is probably my favorite anime, which is about a spirit. Not a spirit detective, but this guy, he dies, becomes a ghost cop essentially, and has to save the world from the underworld. Naruto, of course, that's a classic. Inuyasha. What else is there? Attack on Titan is a more recent one that I'm really familiar with. Yes, it's so good. It's like the Game of Thrones of anime, is how it's been described. And one I'm really getting into just recently is My Hero Academia. That's also a really fun one. It's so much fun. It's so colorful, and it's like a perfect anime show. And One Punch Man. If you're like a big critic of anime, One Punch Man is probably gonna be the show for you, because it's pretty much it's satirical. It just takes everything that anime does and just like makes fun of it. Like how you have this overpowered, superhero that just comes in and saves the day, or these super long, drawn out monologues. The One Punch Man is very funny. It's perfect for anyone who likes to criticize anime and some of the shortcomings. As you can see, I'm a
I
huge
love
fan.
this. I love
had
this.
No idea. I had
Me
no
either.
idea you liked anime
Mind
so much.
blown.
It's so good.
I don't watch anime like TV series, but I love the films of Hiro Miyazaki. Spirited Away is one of the most beautiful movies that's ever been created in any genre. Howl's Moving Castle, My Neighbor Totoro, like his catalog is beautiful. And so I love those. I don't watch series. I once had a roommate when I was in college who lost his job because he didn't go to work because he didn't want to miss his anime series on Cartoon Network. He legit would just sit on the chair in our living room and watch it, and he lost his job because he didn't want to miss his programs.
Are you
I don't
still
blame
friends? Let him know. Let him
No,
know about our
I
destination.
haven't seen him in like 20 years. He was gone. I don't even remember his name, but we called him Richard. That was not his name, but we did call him Richard. It's a much longer story, and no one cares, but he loved anime and he sacrificed everything for it.
I love it. Well, this is for
Go big
you,
or go home.
Richard. This is for you and
If
all
you're
the
out
other
there.
Richards of the world.
No, he's watching One Punch Man right now. So
Yeah, he is.
For sure.
speaking of the popularity of anime, it's no secret that comic book movies have absolutely dominated theaters around the world. But I think you might be surprised by how many TV series are actually adapted from comic books and graphic novels. So while Liz and her team were busy pulling together that incredible anime destination, I was personally curating a countdown of the 25 best comic book TV adaptations that you can watch right now. So just say best comic book shows into your voice remote to explore this collective, eclectic collection of action-packed series, including new DC shows like HBO Max's DMZ and Peacemaker, hit Marvel series like Disney Plus's Hawkeye and Loki, or a couple of my 90s childhood favorites, X-Men and Batman the Animated Series. Remember Fox Afternoons? X-Men and Batman the Animated Series was the best right after school. You can't see it, but Quam's shaking his head because he's like 18 right now. As for the top 10 series in my countdown, I wanted to include some of my favorite shows of all time, which are airing right now, including TNT's Snowpiercer, Prime Video's The Boys, Netflix's I Am Not Okay With This, and of course the 1960s Batman series starring Burt Ward and Adam West. And what I really love about this collection is that several of these series don't fit into the mold of what most people consider to be comic book shows. It's not all superheroes and capes. Sometimes it's an angsty high school girl with telekinetic powers, or a quadriplegic orphan who joins an ancient order of ass-kicking nuns. And whether you like comic books or not, I think there's something here for everyone to enjoy in this collection. Old, young, whether you like superheroes or not, you'll find something. Do any of these speak to either of you?
I've never watched any of these, and I feel like now I need to. I'm so glad that you created this destination for people like me who have not probably watched any of these, or might come across something that you didn't realize was based off of a comic book. I'm excited because if I think back to like comics, I don't know any series, right? I love lots of the movies, but I love that you now have put together this this whole collection on the shows. So I'll be there to check it out for sure.
All right. I recommend I Am Not Okay With This or End of the Effing World, which are based on, write it down. They are like proper like dramas, and there's a little bit of like supernatural, especially to I Am Not Okay With This, but more than anything else, they're just like good character studies. They're just good dramas that happen to have a little bit of because graphic novels aren't all about superheroes. Sometimes they're just illustrated stories about the human experience, even if it doesn't involve supernatural. That
was so poetic. So poetic.
Thank you.
Are you about to blow our mind again, Quam? Like, what's happening right now?
I was getting ready to, but now I'm not going to because now I feel.
Do it.
I feel like
Do it.
The pressure.
Like shamed.
Nah, go for it.
I love it.
Well, as David mentioned, yes, I watched all those animated series that were from the 90s and early 2000s because I was a kid and I loved superheroes. And like the Spider-Man animated series, the X-Men animated series, the Batman animated series. I really love the Batman animated series where I forget what it was called, but it was like Batman in the future. It had a lot of black and red to the color scheme. Do you know what I'm talking about, David?
It was Batman Beyond.
Batman Beyond. That was my show. That was my show. Yes.
I love it.
That was the one. But more contemporary shows that I'm really enjoying right now. The Boys, obviously. Watchmen, I thought that was fantastic up until the last episode, but we're not gonna talk about that. There's another one that I'm watching right now that I can't put my finger on. There's obviously Peacemaker, but there's one in particular I think it's on right now that I'm really enjoying. Moon Knight. Moon Knight. That's I think on Disney Plus. I think that's one's it's pretty good. It's a lot of fun. I'm loving the Heckle and what's it? Heckle and what's the God. Never mind. Skip that. Anyway, I'm loving Moon. I'm loving Moon Knight.
Yeah.
We'll just edit that in post. I'm just here. I'm just fascinated by listening to all the nerd stuff that Quam likes that I had no idea.
Oh,
Who
yes.
knew that this was going to be Quam's show? Love it.
I am a true nerd. Nerds come in all shapes, sizes, and colors, okay? We all can be nerds. And if you're a nerd, come be with me, nerd out with me. And yes, let's just hang in our nerdom. But yes, I love superhero movies. Love superhero shows.
That is poetic, Quam.
I try. I try.
Well, you can nerd out with all of us and check out both of these destinations right now by saying anime and best comic book shows into your voice remote right now.